Selamat datang ke portal pembelajaran Penang Digital Mover. Pada paparan pertama menunjukkan log masuk murid, log masuk guru serta borang perkongsian kuis dan bahan pembelajaran. Portal pembelajaran ini dibina bagi membantu guru dan murid mengakses bahan pembelajaran secara online. Dalam portal ini juga disertakan koleksi kuis, latihan, jom belajar, pembelajaran secara live oleh guru, koleksi bahan-bahan pembelajaran, digital learning KPM dan koleksi alaman web. Kesemua bahan pembelajaran, kuis dan latihan ini 100% dihasilkan oleh guru-guru dari Pulau Pinang yang merangkumi pembelajaran prasekolah hingga ke tingkatan 5. Semoga para guru dan murid dapat mengakses dan mengaplikasikan portal ini dengan bermanfaat.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya mengambil kesempatan ini untuk mengucapkan tahniah kepada tim JPN yang telah melaksanakan program Jom Belajar Fasa 2. Kita telah berjaya melaksanakan Jom Belajar Fasa 1. Jadi berikutan daripada PKP yang telah berlaku dalam negara kita. Jadi proses Jom Belajar ini telah kita ilhamkanlah supaya pembelajaran PDP murid dan guru berlaku seterusnya. Jadi untuk fasa kedua ini subjek yang akan kita laksanakan dalam Jom Belajar ini melibatkan mata pelajaran bahasa Inggeris, matematik dan juga bahasa Melayu. Jadi untuk seterusnya saya mengharapkan agar ramai lagi pelajar akan menyertai Jom Belajar. Saya ucapkan selamat maju jaya lah untuk semua pelajar dan juga guru-guru yang melaksanakan Jom Belajar.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Hamdan hamidin. حمدا شاكرين حمدا يوافي نعمه ويكافئ المزيد يا ربنا لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك الكريم وعظيم سلطانك اللهم نورنا بنور علمك وأبعد النسيان اللهم ارزقنا فهم النبيين وحفظ المرسلين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم افتح علينا حكمتك وانشر علينا من خزائن رحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين ربنا عليك توكلنا وإليك أنبنا وإليك المصير ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Good afternoon, students. How are you all? Okay, glad to meet you in Jom Belajar online class organized by JPN Pulau Pinang. Okay, today I'm very happy to meet you all, and I hope so you're also happy to meet me. So today I'm here. Oh, before I forget, let me introduce myself. Okay, my name is Mr. Will Murugan, and I'm from Sekolah Kebangsaan Jelutong, Penang. Okay, so I'm teaching math for some time now. So today there will be another teacher, Mr. Devagaran. Okay, he will be also joining us in teaching you in this online class. Okay, so why are we here today? Today we are going to introduce a new technique in problem solving questions for you. Okay, which we call it tic-tac-toe pattern for problem solving involving fraction, decimals and percentage. Interesting, is it? Okay, so without further ado, I think we should go to the topic itself. Okay, வணக்கம் மாணவர்களே, என் பேர் வேல்முருகன். நான் ஜெலுத்தோங் தேசிய பள்ளியிலிருந்து வருகிறேன். நான் ஒரு கணித ஆசிரியர். உங்களை இங்கு சந்திப்பதில் மிகவும் மகிழ்ச்சி. இன்று எதுக்கு நாம் இங்கே கூடியிருக்கோம் என்றால் இந்த ஜோம் பலாஜா வகுப்பில் இந்த டிக்-டாக்-டோ, அதாவது நம்ம ஆங்கிலத்தில் கூறியது போல் டிக்-டாக்-டோ பேட்டர்ன், அதை உபயோகப்படுத்தி எப்படி பிரச்சனை கணக்குகளை நாம் தீர்வு காண்பது. இப்போ எந்த தலைப்புகளில் இந்த டிக்-டாக்-டோ பேட்டர்ன் நம்ம உபயோகிக்கலாம் என்றால், பின்னம், தசமம், விழுக்காடு இன்று இந்த 3 தலைப்புகளை தான் வந்து நாங்கள் பேச போகிறோம். என்னோடு இன்று இணைந்திருப்பது திரு தேவாகரன் அவர்கள். அவர் ஒரு சிறந்த கணித ஆசிரியர். ஸோ நேரத்தை தாமதிக்காமல் தேவாகரன் அவர்களை அழைக்கிறேன். நன்றி மாணவர்களே.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Wayne. Good day to everyone. Hi, students. I'm Shegu Deva from SJKT Subramania Bharati. I'm a math teacher. Today, I'm going to conduct a class about problem solving involving fraction, decimals, and percentage. Okay, let us see our objective first. Okay, kids, our objective for today's lesson is problem solving involving fraction, decimals, and percentage. Okay, then our outcome will be, at the end of the lesson, the pupil will be able to solve daily routine problems involving fractions, decimal, percentage, using various strategies. Okay, students, whenever we talk about problem solving, sure we refer to Polya step, right? Okay, do you know what is that? Come, we go through the step first. Polya created his famous 4-step process for problem solving, which is used pupil in problem solving. There are 4 steps. Step 1, understand the problem. Step 2, devise a plan. That means translate. Step 3, carry out the plan. That means we are going to solve. And then the last one could be, that means we are going to check our answers. Okay, kids, next we are going to display one thing for you. Can you guess, can anyone guess what is that? Okay, this is we call tic-tac-toe. I'm sure all of you are familiar with that, right? Okay, I'm going to collaborate with Polya step with this tic-tac-toe pattern in answering problem solving questions. Okay, kids, without delay, here I show you one example of questions. Okay, we go through the question first. Okay, Yalini has 800 milliliter volume of bottle grapes. She uses 25% the grapes cordial prepared drinks. Calculate the volume in liter of remaining grapes. Okay, சரி மாணவர்களே, நீங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னாக்கா இது வந்து ஒரு பிரச்சனை கணக்கு, சரிங்களா? ஸோ பிரச்சனை கணக்குன்னு சொல்லும் பொழுது நம்ம பெரும்பாலும் வந்து என்ன பண்ணுவோம்னாக்கா, கேள்வியிலே பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா இந்த பிரச்சனையை வந்து நம்ம ஓவர்லுக் பண்ணிடுவோம். ஒன்று டைம் ரொம்ப ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணுவோம், இல்லைனாக்கா அதை வந்து ஸ்கிப் பண்ணிட்டு அடுத்ததுக்கு போயிடுவோம். ஸோ அப்படி இருக்கிற பட்சத்தில் இந்த டிக்-டாக்-டோ உங்களுக்கு எப்படி ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுனாக்கா, எக்ஸாக்ட்லி வித்தின் ஒரு ஃபியூ மினிட்ஸில், ஓகே லெட்ஸ் சே we are going to spend 5 minutes வச்சுக்கோமே. இந்த டிக்-டாக்-டோ யூஸ் பண்ணி we are going to reduce the time. So that means if you able to follow up, that means you can find the answer within 3 minutes. Okay, let us check first. Okay, this is the method. There's a pattern I use from tic-tac-toe. You see, there are 4 columns and 4 rows, right? Whatever we can see in our tic-tac-toe game. Okay, whatever we get from our question, we are going to transfer into this table. See, first, look at the first sentence again. The first sentence talk about, okay, Yalini has 800 milliliter of water, bottle, right? Okay, come, look at the tic-tac-toe again. As I told you, we refer the sentences and then transfer into the tic-tac-toe. So the first line is Yalini, second line, whatever she used, and then the last one is remaining. Okay, so the information we get it is she has 800 milliliter. So I already put it beside Yalini is 800. So that means the second column will be our quantity. Okay, if you look at the third row, third column is about the percentage, because this question is related to percentage. Am I right? Okay, look at the second sentence. She uses 25%. So that means whatever she used. Okay, come, we go through the tic-tac again. Okay, look at the second row. She uses 25%. Okay, now you can ask from where we get 100%, right? Okay, percentage means the earlier will be 100. So that's why I put it. Yalini, she has 800 milliliter. That means it's considered 100%. So she used 25%. So common sense is when 100% minus is 25%, we will get 75%. So the remaining will be 75%. Okay, now look at the question again. The last sentence, normally the question will put in the last sentence. So here they ask us to calculate the volume in liter of remaining. So that means they give users and then they ask us to find remaining. That's the thing we found out here. Okay, beside I show you the working method. Kids, can you see that? See on top, 100 minus 25 is equal to 75. So that is, I put it for you in remaining. Then the calculation will be 75% when you change to fraction becomes 7 over 100 times with 800 milliliter. Okay, you can ask from where we get 800. Whatever she has will come here, 800. Okay, and then the cut off the zeros, I'm sure that you're very familiar with that. So I cut one up and one down. So that means here we have 2 up and 2 down. So the balance will be 75 times with 8 milliliter. The answer is 600 milliliter. Kids, still we haven't finished our question because the question asks us to give answer in liter. Can you see that? Whenever you give answer in milliliter, don't think that is your final answer. That means you have to convert again the 600 milliliter into liter. So 600 divide by 1000. Okay, so divide means you should know that we are going to move the point left hand side. So we have 3 zeros, so we move 3 places. At the end, our answer is 0.6 liter. Got it? Okay, this is based on the tick. Next, we are going to look at basic calculation, whatever we done earlier. Okay, this is the basic calculation. Whatever we get from the question, we transfer here. Am I right? Okay, so the question give us 25%. So we just put it 25 over 100 times with 800, and then we get 200 milliliter. Normally, what we'll do, we think this is our final answer, right? No. The second step, what we are going to do, 800 milliliter minus 200 milliliter, then the final answer 600 milliliter or 0.6 liter. Here, can you give two answers? Cannot, because they already stated answers must be in liter. Okay, kids, I'm sure still there's some blur, right? So I think better we go for the next example. Okay, come, we go through the second one. Okay, like this. SpongeBob buys 40 kilogram of flour. He gives 25% of the flour to Patrick and 30% of the balance to Mr. Krabs. Find the mass in gram of flour remaining. See what they give something and they ask another thing. So that means we have to carry out some methods there. Okay. Next, we are going to look on the tic-tac-toe pattern. Okay. Here, you can see the difference. Earlier, I just show you one pattern, right? Here we have another second follow-up pattern. That means up one and down another one. Okay, kids. Again, the question. Come look on the question first. First sentence, what they talk about? He has 40 kilogram. So as I told you, the first row will be whatever Mr. Pop have, right? Okay, come look at the tic-tac-toe again. Okay, you see, the first row talk about SpongeBob, second row talk about Patrick, and then the third row balance. Whatever we give to Patrick, that the balance we get. Okay, here beside the calculation, again, you see 25, and then the earlier should be 100. So 100 minus 25, we get 75. So 75 is based on whatever balance there. So the calculation will be 75 over 100 times with 40,000 gram. Why suddenly the 40 kilogram become 40,000 gram? We already changed, we already convert the units from kilogram into gram. So 40 kilogram times with 1000 gram, sorry, 40 times with 1000, we get 40,000 gram. Okay, next, as usual, we are going to minus or we're going to cancel the zeros. Even though we have 4 zeros on top, we cannot cut all of that. You know why? Because we have 2 zeros down there in the 100. So we cut out 2 zeros down and 2 on the up. The balance is 75 times with 400 gram, then the balance will be 3000 gram. Again, students, is not our final answer. Come, refer again the question. Okay, look at the second sentence. He gave 25% of the flour to Patrick and 30% of the balance to Mr. Krabs. That means whatever balance, then only we carry forward to Mr. Krabs. Okay, earlier we just complete one part. Next, we are going to move on to the second part. You see, I put SpongeBob new total. So the new total is considered whatever we give it to Patrick, there's the balance one. So the balance is 30,000 grams. Again, you see, beside that, I put 100%. Why? Because whatever done is over. So next, another percentage. So here we give Mr. Krabs 30%. So 100 minus again with 30%, the balance is 70%. See, the last sentence again in the question. Always put in your mind, the question will be in the last sentence. Find the mass in gram of flour remaining. So what we are going to find? Whatever give it to Patrick, whatever give it to Krabs is gone. So we are going to find after that what we have. Sorry, what Mr. Pop has. So new balance is 70%. So the 70 becomes 70 over 100 times with 30,000 grams. As usual, cut out the zeros. So the balance is 70 times 300 grams. So finally, we get answer 21,000 grams. Okay, kids. We already go through two examples. Move on to the third one. Okay, before that, this is a basic calculation, normally what we did, right? So you see, there are 4 steps you have to carry out. This step is before we apply the tic-tac-toe, right? Okay, 25% is changed to fraction 25 over 100 times with 40,000 grams. And then we cut off the zeros. The balance is 25 times with 400 grams. The 25 times with 400, you get 1,000 grams. Is it our final answer? Not at all. Okay, next, what are you going to do? 40,000 grams minus with 10,000 grams. Then we get 30,000 grams. Okay, you see, we already carried out 2 steps, right? Still, we haven't get our final answer. So next, 30 over 100 times with 30,000 grams. Again, we cut out the zeros. Next, 30 times 3,000 grams is equals to 9,000 grams. This 9,000 is what we gave to Mr. Krabs. So next, we are going to find whatever he has balance with him, right? So 30,000 grams minus with 9,000 grams is equals to 21,000 grams. Is this, students, is it? Here we carry out 4 steps. Earlier in tic-tac-toe, see only 2 steps. So what do you think? Is it the tic-tac-toe easy? Make it easy for you? I'm sure, yes. Okay. Come, move on to the next question. Okay, next question will be something like this. Okay, Frederick has 150 kilogram. Okay. Frederick has 150 kilogram of langsat, 10% of it damaged. He sells 3 over 4 of the balance of the langsat. Okay, here they ask us to find the mass of langsat unsold. Again, you see, I transfer all the information into tic-tac-toe. Okay, the first sentence talk about Mr. Frederick has 150 kilogram of langsat. Okay, I already put it for you. Frederick, 150 kilogram. We don't know how many percentage, right? So we just put it blank. Then next, they talk about damage is 10%. So I put it for you, damage, and then 10%. But we don't know how many kilograms is damage, right? Because they never stated for us there. And then calculate the mass of lung site is unsold. Unsold means, before that, is sale 3/4 of the balance of lung site. So we have to find out how many lungs are in good condition before it's sale, right? So damage is 10%. If we know that earlier is 100%. So 100 minus 10 become 90%. So here we don't want to bother about the damage part because we want only good condition. So we take 90% is equals to how many kilogram? So as usual, 90/100 times with 135 kilogram. So 150 kilogram, we will get 135 kilogram. So by science, we know that in the good condition is total is 135 kilogram. Okay. Next, we are going to find the mass of the lung set unsold. So here we have three things: new total, sold, and unsold. So as usual, new total already stated for us 135 kilogram. Here we are going to play with fraction. Earlier we play with percentage, right? So now we are going to play with fraction. Unsold we know already. Sold we know already 3/4. Okay. You see this part I give you 3/4. Earlier why I put 4/4? Why not I give 5/5 or 6/6? Because the sold denominator is 4, right? So we should know the earlier must be 4/4. If they give us 3/5 means the earlier must be 5/5. So the new total, the fraction we are going to use 4/4. Sold is 3/4. So unsold is 1/4. As usual, minus 4/4 minus with 3/4, we get 1/4. Okay. Look again the question. Calculate the kilogram, in kilogram, the mass of the langsat unsold. Okay, now you tell me, you want to bother about the sold or you want to find unsold? Okay, so I'm sure we are going to take unsold, right? So we the calculation will be like this: 1/4 times with whatever we have after we minus the damaged part. So after we minus the damaged part, we get 135 kilogram. So 1/4 times with 135 kilogram, we will get 33.75 kilogram. Okay, kids, we move on the next question. At first, I'm sure you will get a bit ideas only. If you carry on few times, then you're familiar with this tic-tac-toe. Okay, the next question sounds like this. A 50 kilogram champada in a fruit seller shop. 2/10 of the champada are rotten. Okay, these are the basic statement given for us. Okay, the first one, they ask us to find, state the mass of rotten champada in kilogram. Second question sound like this. The fruit seller sold 36.25 kilogram of champada. Calculate the remaining champada with the seller. So that means here we are going to find two questions. Okay, come look into the tic-tac-toe pattern. Okay, same thing. The first column talk about total. Total we have 50 kilogram, but we don't know the fraction, right? Okay, second, they talk about rotten. Rotten is 2/10. So that means here we are going to play with fraction 2/10. So now we are going to find good condition. So as I now, rotten is 2/10. That means the denominator is 10, right? So the earlier part will be 10/10. So 10/10 minus 2/10, we will get 8/10. Okay, see, I give you the calculation beside that. 10/10 minus 2/10 is equals to 8/10. So the good condition is 8/10. Still, we haven't find the answer. So the calculation 8/10 times with 50 kilogram. Why we take 50 kilogram? Because he has 50 kilogram at the first. So as usual, we are going to cut zeros. You can see the difference now. Earlier part we cut 2 zeros. Here we cut only 1 zero. Why? Because earlier we have percentage. Percentage means consider 100. So now we play with fraction. So fraction here we have 10, right? So we just cut off 1 0 up and 1 0 down. So the balance will be 8 times 5 kilogram. You will get 40 kilogram. Okay. So good condition, we have 40 kilogram. Come see again the questions. Question 1, they ask us to find, state the mass of rotten champerorite. So out of 50 kilogram, 40 is good condition, means the rotten will be 10 kilogram. Am I right? Okay, next. The second question is, the fruit seller sold 36.25 kilogram of champerda. Okay, that means whatever in good condition, he able to sell, right? So that means out of 40 kilogram, he able to sell 36.25. So that means here we are going to find the remaining. As usual, 40 kilogram minus 36.25 kilogram. Okay, you see here, earlier, what is our topic? Problem solving involving fraction, decimal, and percentage. Earlier, we already covered fraction and percentage. Now we play with decimal point. Okay, 40 kilogram is the whole number, right? Always put it in your mind, the point will be at the back. So 40 become 40.00 kilogram minus with 36.25 kilogram. Okay, make sure the unit and the decimal point, put it in the same line for minus and plus. So 40 minus 36.25, you will get 3.75 kilogram. That means whatever he has after he sold the 36.25 kilogram. Okay, kids, we already covered another questions. Let us move on to the next one. Okay, the next question sound like this. A box contains 50 pens. There are 14 red pens and some blue pens in the box. Okay. See, earlier they already mentioned what? Whatever they have, the damaged one, the good condition, something else they give us. But here they say some blue pens, but we don't know how many, right? And then the questions sound like this. They ask us to calculate the number of blue pens, and then Arshini sold 10 from the total pens. How many pens are left? The problem is whenever we see the sentences, we get blur, right? So that's important. We transfer whatever numbers we get here into the tic-tac-toe pattern. Okay. So here we have only 2 rows. Earlier we have 3, right? Okay. First they talk about total. Total we have 50. And then red pen we have 14. Sure, the balance one will be blue, right? So what are we going to find? 50 minus with 40, we will get 36. 36 is what? The number of blue pens that we have. Okay. Next question. Look at the previous again, because we have 2 number of questions, right, for that. Okay. The second question it asks us to find Arshini sold 10 from the total pen. How many pens are left? Okay, here they say total means whatever she has at earlier, right? 50. So 50 minus with 10, we will get 40. So our final answer, 40. I'm sure this question look like easiest if compared with the previous one. Okay. So then next we move on to the next one. Okay, so the next same thing. There are 500 oranges in a fruit seller shop. 2 over 5 of the oranges are rotten. Okay. This is statement, what we get from that. Question is, say the number of rotten oranges. Okay. Second, the fruit seller sold 20% of the oranges. Calculate the number of oranges with the seller. Okay. This is what we get from the question. Now we are going to transfer into our tic-tac-toe pattern. Okay, put in your mind, today we are going to cover the pattern. The name of the pattern is tic-tac-toe. So that's why I always mention the name for you. Okay, as usual, what I say, 3 by 3, right? So, okay, the first column will be total. Second column, again, rotten. The third one is good condition. Okay. Refer the question again. Okay, how many oranges that the fruit seller has? 500, right? Okay, so there's a first sentence first. Second sentence is he able, 2 over 5 of the oranges are rotten. So we are going to transfer this information into our tic-tac-toe pattern. So total is 500, is 2 over 5. If see here the denominator is 5. So that means we know that the earlier fraction is 5 over 5. So 5 over 5 minus 2 over 5, you will get 3 over 5. What is that 3 over 5? Is oranges in the good condition. Okay, so we are going to find how many oranges are in good condition. So that means we are going to take 3 over 5. So here we don't want to bother about total, or we don't want to bother about the rotten part. Okay, so we just take 3 over 5. 3 over 5 times with whatever he has earlier, right? So the earlier is 500. So 3 over 5 times with 500. In this case, we don't have any zeros in denominator part, right? So we cannot cut the zeros. So the 500 remain like that. So 3 times 500 is equals to 1500 over 5. Yes, but here I times 5. So I simplify 15 and 5. So when you simplify the 15, you get 3 5, and then 5 you get 1 5. So the final answer or the good condition will be 300 oranges. So we cover the first part of the tic-tac-toe. Next we move on to the next part. See, earlier is total. Next part I put for you new total. That means whatever we have after we cut off the rotten oranges. Okay, here they stated for us 20% of the oranges able to see, right? So now we are going to find remaining part. Okay, the new total, no more 500 because we already cut off the rotten part. So the new total will be 300. The second column is sold. So we have 20%. So how we arrange? New total, sold and unsold. The statement will give us total is 300, sold is 20%. Okay, if 20% means the earlier will be 100%. So 100 minus 20% is equals to 80%. So we know that the unsold will be 80%. So now we are going to take 20% or 80%. Again, we refer the question. Look at the last sentence. Calculate the remaining number of oranges with the seller. So that means with the seller means is it the part he already sold or unsold with him? Sure, answer right. So now we are going to take 80%. So the 80% become 80 over 100 times with 300. So as usual, we are going to cut the zeros, 2 up and 2 down. Next is 80 times with 3, you will get 240. If you follow the basic calculation, I'm sure you're going to carry out 4 steps, right? So here we cut off 2. Okay, move on to the next one. Okay, the last questions, I think a box contains 1,500 pens. There are 670 red pens and some blue pens in the box. Raju sells 459 red pen and 368 blue pens. Okay, this is the basic information given for us. Okay, the question, calculate the number of blue pens in the box. Next, how many pens are not sold? Okay, how we are going to transfer into our tic-tac-toe pattern? Let us look. Okay, see, as I told you, we have 3 rows, right? So the first one, second one is red, and the third one, blue. Whatever information we get there, we just transfer into our tic-tac-toe. Okay, total, as we know, there are 1,500 pens. Red, they already mentioned, 670. You see, the word dash just now, some blue pens. That means we are going to find how many blue pens are there. So this is a basic calculation, 1,500 minus with 670. So when you carry out the calculation, you will get the balance of 830. So the 830 is a blue pen that we have there. Okay, again, look at the question. What the answers to find? Okay, the first question is calculate the number of blue pens in the box. So that means we already find, right? So 1500 minus 670, balance of 830. So that is a blue pen that we have there. Second question, it asks us to find how many pens are not sold. So that means here we have to find the total number of pens already sold. So here I put it for you. Total is 5,500, and then we have sold and unsold. Why I put it into two row? Because we have two colors of pens, right? So first one is red, second one is blue. Red is 670, blue is 830. So 459 for red, and then 368 for blue. Okay, beside that, you can see the calculation. 1500 minus, I put it in the bracket because I'm going to plus the two numbers. 459 plus with 368 equals to what? So you just carry out the there. 670 minus with 459, you will get 211. So the 211 is number of red pen unsold. Okay, next. 830 minus with 368, you will get 462. So this is number of blue pens still in the shop. Next, we plus 211 plus with 462. So we get the total of 673. This number is whatever we sold. So now we're going to find unsold pen. That means 1500 minus 670, 827. So the balance will be 673. Okay. சரி மாணவர்களே, இது வரைக்கும் பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா நம்ம வந்து எல்லாமே வந்து இங்கிலீஷில் தானே உங்களுக்கு எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணோம். ஸோ லாங்குவேஜ் வந்து ஒரு ப்ராப்ளம் நமக்கு. ஸோ அதனால நீங்கள் பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா இதில் வந்து எதுவுமே நான் வந்து உங்களுக்கு புதுசாக இது பண்ணலை. கேள்வியில் என்ன கேட்டாங்களோ அதை தான் உங்களுக்கு வந்து நான் வந்து ட்ரான்ஸ்ஃபர் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். அந்த அடிப்படையில் நீங்கள் பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா கணிதத்தில் வந்து வாக்கியம் மொழி வந்து அந்த அளவுக்கு நமக்கு முக்கியம் கிடையாது. நம்ம எப்படி புரிஞ்சுக்கிறோன்ற பொறுத்து தான் இங்கே இருக்குது. ஸோ அந்த வகையில் வாக்கியத்தை பார்த்தோன்னே பயந்துடாதீங்க. நான் சொன்ன மாதிரி இந்த டிக்டெக்டை போட்டுக்கிட்டீங்கன்னாக்கா உங்களுக்கு வந்து ஒரு கிளியர் பிக்சர் கிடைக்கும். ஸோ இருக்கிற சென்டென்ஸை வந்து ஒன்று ஒன்றா படித்து அதை அப்படியே ட்ரான்ஸ்ஃபர் பண்ணீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு வந்து 3 புள்ளினாக்கா அங்கே 3 புள்ளி கிடைக்கிறதுக்கான வாய்ப்பு பிரகாசமாக இருக்கு. ஒன்று. அடுத்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா நேரத்தை நீங்கள் வந்து வீணாக்க தேவையில்லை. ஏன்னா கேள்வி வந்து நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுவோம், ஒரு வாட்டி படிச்சுட்டு எனக்கு புரியல அப்படின்ற முடிவுக்கு வந்துடுவோம் இல்லையா? இந்த மாதிரி பிரச்சனை கணக்கு வந்தாலே அதை ஸ்கிப் பண்ணிட்டு அடுத்ததுக்கு போயிடுவோம். நீங்க பேப்பர் 1க்கு செய்யலாம், பட் பேப்பர் 2க்கு செய்ய முடியாது. ஏன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா பேப்பர் 1க்கு என்னதான் கேள்வி கஷ்டமா இருந்தாலும் சரி, சுலபமா இருந்தாலும் சரி, ஒரு புள்ளி தான் உங்களுக்கு கிடைக்க போகுது. ஸோ அதுல வந்து பிரச்சனை நம்ம வந்து கவலைப்படுறதுக்கு அந்த அளவுக்கு கவலைப்படுறதுக்கு தேவையில்லை. ஆனா பேப்பர் 2ன்னு வரும்பொழுது ஒவ்வொரு கேள்விக்கும் குறைந்தது 2 பிரிவு இல்லை 3 பிரிவு இருக்கும். ஸோ அப்படி பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா மேக்சிமம் நமக்கு வந்து 5 மார்க் வரும். ஸோ அந்த அடிப்படையில இப்ப நான் என்ன சொல்ல விரும்புறேன்னா, உங்களுக்கு பிரச்சனை கணக்கை வந்து ஒரு பிரச்சனையே பார்க்காதீங்க. முடிஞ்ச வரைக்கும் அதை இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு டேபிள் ஃபார்ம்ல போடுறதுக்கு நீங்க ட்ரை பண்ணுங்க. ஸோ என்ன கேட்டீங்கன்னாக்கா இந்த டிக்டெக்டோ வந்து உங்களுக்கு ஒரு பயனுள்ளதா அமைஞ்சிருக்கும்னு நான் எதிர்பார்க்கிறேன். Okay, kids. I hope the method that I shown for you is beneficial, and then I feel happy that I deliver something useful in your mathematics lesson. So that's all from my side. Thanks.
Hi, welcome back, students. It's so well. Okay, I think you have gotten a very good knowledge from Sir Dewa. Very good explanation from him about tic-tac-toe method. And then I think most of you would have understood, because not one, not two, but I think almost 6 questions, if I'm not sure, 5 or 6 questions, is it? So I think it should be okay for you. So now, you have learned, okay, you have seen, you have heard and everything. Now we are going to test, okay, your understanding. So how are we going to test? Okay, most of you all know during this PKP, MCO, right? Most of you done these quizzes. So quizzes are very popular among students, is it? So that's what I'm going to use to test you students. So not in my session, it's not a live session. I'm going to give you homework. Okay, I'm going to give you homework. I'm going to assign you homework, and you're going to do that homework. You're going to send it to me. Okay, do you understand? Am I clear? Okay, so most of you from, I think for these 3 to 4 months, you must be very familiar with quizzes, right? So never mind. Let's take a look how to get into the quizzes, and I will provide you with the code. Okay, so to log into quizzes, first you have to have a device. I'm sure you're pretty sure you're using device right now, is it? So some of you must be using smartphone. Some of you must be using laptop. Okay, so I think it should be a problem. So just what you need to do, you go to Google and you type joinmyquiz.com. Okay, joinmyquiz.com without space. Okay, when you type in and you enter, you will see the quizzes portal. Okay, and then you have to enter the game code. Don't worry, I will show you how to enter the game code in the next slide. Okay, steps to join. So when you type in joinmyquiz.com, you'll come into this portal. Okay, so can you see that? Enter a game code. Okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to enter my code here, 9784013. I repeat, 9784013. You're going to enter the code here, and then you're going to click join. Once you click join, you will go into this portal. Okay, so once you click join, okay, you'll come here. Okay, I'm pretty sure you are very familiar with this interface, is it? Most of your homework will be done here. So here you are going to enter your name. Okay, so for this homework, you are doing or not doing, I'm going to watch you. Okay, I'm watching you. So how? Type in your name and school. Okay, type in your name and school. How is it? Okay, for an example, if your name is Ajit Kumar, okay, you put in Ajit Kumar at SJKT SB. So SJKT SB is for Subramania Bharati, and then you click start game. Okay, it's very simple as ABC. Okay, I repeat again, just type in your name, put in the name together with your school, and click start game. Okay, so there's also an alternate method, okay, to access to my question. So how is it? Okay, first, like I said just now, first, okay, you can use the joinmyquiz.com and enter the game code. Secondly, you can type in the browser, okay, Google, Microsoft Edge, of anything. So just type in qrgo.page.link/7 F1 D. Okay, when you type in this link, okay, you can directly go to the homework page. So that is the second step. I mean the second, and the third one is you can scan this QR code. Okay, I generated this QR code specially for you. Okay, you can generate, you can scan this QR code and you can directly enter into the homework. Okay, when you students, take note, when you did this homework, I can check how many of you done, because you got your name there. Okay, for an example, if Ajit Kumar done, I can see Ajit Kumar done or not from Educated FP. So please, and another thing, you have only until midnight, tomorrow midnight, to finish this quiz. So I think you should do it right away, students, because if you keep dragging, you will forget about this method. Okay, so my advice is please do it right away. Okay, so let me explain in Tamil. Okay, மாணவர்களே, இப்போ நீங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னாக்கா குயிஸ் வந்து நீங்க அடிக்கடி இந்த MCO விடுமுறையில வந்து நீங்க அதை தான் ரொம்ப உபயோகப்படுத்தியிருப்பீங்க, சரிங்களா? அப்ப அதே பேரு தான் இந்த வீட்டு பாடமும் வந்துட்டு குயிஸ் உபயோகப்படுத்தி தான் நீங்க செய்ய போறீங்க. நான் சொன்ன மாதிரி, முன்னாடி சொன்ன மாதிரி 3 வழியில வந்து நீங்க அந்த வீட்டு பாடத்தை செய்யலாம். முதலாவதாக ஜாயின் மை குவிஸ் டைப் பண்ணி கேம் கோட் நீங்க அழுத்தணும். அடுத்தது இந்த browser qrgo.page.link/7 F1 D. இதை நீங்க டைப் பண்ணீங்கன்னாக்கா டைரக்டா அந்த ஹோம்ஒர்க் போயிடும். மூன்றாவதாக QR கோட். ஓகே, உங்கள் ஃபோனில் வந்துட்டு QR கோட் ஸ்கேனர் இருக்கும். அந்த ஸ்கேனரை நீங்கள் யூஸ் பண்ணி இந்த கோட்டை நீங்கள் ஸ்கேன் பண்ணிங்கன்னா அது அப்படி அந்த வீட்டு பாடத்துக்கு சென்றுவிடும். சரி மாணவர்களே, இது வரைக்கும் வந்துட்டு நீங்கள் நிறைய விஷயம் இன்று இந்த டிக்டாக்டோ மெத்தடில் நிறைய விஷயம் நீங்கள் கற்றுருப்பீங்கன்னு நான் நம்புகிறேன். அப்போ முதல் வந்து நீங்கள் தேவா சார் அவர்களுக்கு மிக்க நன்றி, நல்ல ஒரு எக்ஸ்பிளனேஷன் கொடுத்தாரு. ஸோ நேரத்தை தாழ்த்தாமல் நாங்கள் இருவரும் விடை பெற்றுக் கொள்கிறோம். Thank you students for listening, for spending your time with us. Okay, I'm pretty sure you must gain a lot of knowledge on how to do problem solving questions using tic-tac-toe method, especially in decimal, percentage and fractions. Okay, so I think we have taken a lot of your time today. So thank you very much and see you again soon. Bye bye.